The 1,000-yard known distance range offers multiple targets at 100-yard increments on flat terrain. Additional targets are available at varying distances out to 1,800 yards. The static firing line options are seated bench shooting from our old-timey trucks and a 50-yard long elevated berm for those wanting to stay grounded to Mother Earth. A favorite for data collection, win calls, and impressing clients and media with accuracy. Hogan's Alley, a pistol caliber range with 50 targets at distances between 15 and 40 yards. Traverse through a young stand of pines, stopping at each railroad tie for target engagement. Hogan's Alley is a favorite for sub-gun and shoot and move scenarios. Johnny's Boneyard, a tribute range to the late John Noveski. This mile-and-a-half walking course starts in the rolling prairie and winds into a tight wooded draw loaded with vegetation. There are 100 targets to engage with either a rifle or a pistol at distances from 15 to 100 yards. The pathway is littered with old bones and skulls so you can navigate the trail. Think of walking the woods while shooting targets, not rocks. Puller's Point is both a shotgun and rifle range. It includes trap and skeet throwers for shotgun and 10 targets out to 150 yards for rifle or 22 from a static firing line. Ample space allows for large groups on the static firing line. The Roost is not for the faint of heart. A 35-foot tower overlooking the square bay allows the shooter to engage 10 targets at 150 yards and additional targets out to 300 yards with a rifle. The Roost provides a unique perspective while experiencing the excitement of eye-level treetop views. White's Hill, a static intermediate carbine and precision rifle range that has been carved into the side of a knoll and offers dozens of targets from 150 yards to 600 yards. An ample firing line allows you to bring a crowd while you enjoy your afternoon in the pine tree shade. Daly's Draw is a shallow, plum tree-covered draw with a 500-yard footpath running from the bottom and boasts 40 dropping targets for pistol caliber and shotgun engagements. Once you complete the course, don't worry about the walk back to the start line. We'll zip you back there in a flash. Quigley's Rig is a precision rifle range that starts at 1,400 yards with a 2,000-yard max distance and 24 targets in between. The firing line is set in a large prairie, allowing for multiple shooter engagements and spotters at the same time. Diamond Cabaret is a natural terrain, unknown distance precision range with 24 targets stretching out from 250 yards to 500 yards. The shooter will engage targets across and to the bottom of the draw while overlooking the valley from on top of a 200-foot tall hill. Pull out your rangefinder and spotting scope. You're gonna need it. Dixon's Outlook, another natural terrain, unknown distance precision range, sits on an overlook with over 24 targets from 250 yards to 500 yards. The firing line allows for natural terrain shooting positions to be utilized, simulating infield engagements. Know your wind on this one. The tight draws focus the gust into your field of fire. The Shoot House provides a force-on-force experience for those looking to train. With 20 different rooms and simulated parking lot with cars, 3 school buses, movie theater, and classroom mock-ups, students are exposed to simulated real-life environments. Head to the external wall for live fire out of a dozen ports, engaging dropping steel targets. The square bay is our training setting for pistol and carbine work 100 yards and closer, offering dozens of resettable pistol poppers, Texas Stars, and other steel target options, including 24 paper target stands. There's a 100-yard zeroing berm with space for 10 shooters and 10 spotters, and plenty of space for lateral movement.